Hi, I'm Brian Tinker from Tinker Homes. I'm the owner and founder of Tinker Homes, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about initial estimates. Now, what are the big keys in initial estimates? What do you need to know when you're going through an initial estimate? I'm going to look at my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything because we're going to solve 5 questions or answer 5 questions that you may have today. This is an estimate. Sometimes we joke around and even call it a guesstimate, and I know that does not instill confidence in you about that number, but it's designed to help you know if you want to move forward with your project, and you don't know that initially when you originally go to speak with an architect. So you're trying to ascertain whether the numbers that you are getting from your architect are actually going to work for your new project. So when you look at a brand new site or a remodel or an addition or that type of thing, there are a lot of unknowns from the city and county. There's unknowns from how you're going to make it all happen, what you're going to run into if you're doing a remodel or an addition in your existing home that you're going to have to pay for. And certainly a contractor cannot answer that question up front any more than an architect can. A brand new home can be better, but it really does depend upon the site work and what you need to do there. The second piece is oftentimes, and the only way, and this is unfortunate for architects, they can come up with a number for you is to quote a price per square foot range. So that means if you want to build 1,000 square foot home and they give you a price of $200 a foot, that is going to be a $200,000 build. However, there's a struggle in that the bigger home you build, the price per foot goes down. And that does not help come up with that number accurately, nor does the finish types that you're going to have in your home, those appliances, cabinetry, hardwood flooring, whatever you're going to put in your house, they can change the cost per foot quite a bit. There's other items that go into that price per square foot that you cannot know necessarily upfront, but we do try with our building experience, most builders try to put in there all of the costs that they can anticipate that you're going to have. The goal of the initial estimate is to get within 25% of the actual price of the project at the end. You can help with that by giving your contractor the level of finishes that you really want. And that's going to take some homework on your part. Go out to Houzz, go out to different websites, Pinterest, those type of things where you can find things that you really like, appliances you really want, cabinetry you really like. What do I want the outside of my house to look like? Am I okay with asphalt shingles, or do I want a different type of roof that costs considerably more? So when you kind of walk through that process and you can give your contractor your ideas about how much, what level of finishes you're going to want, that will really help them kind of nail down the finish costs. And then they'll try to get put into the estimate all of the items that would come from a city or a county that you're building in, and that'll help come up with that total price. The estimate does not have hard bids from vendors or subcontractors. We need an actual set of what we call CDs or construction documents, and we can actually build from those. But initially, you don't have that set. It's a picture of your house, the outside, the inside, and then your contractor is going to try to come up with a price that's as close as possible to the reality at the end of the project. So those plans are a beginning set of plans. Your contractor will give you a price for those plans, and then you'll go back and say, okay, is this something we can move forward with? Do we feel confident enough in these numbers to say that our budget will be able to be met? Do we need to change the scope of what we want to do? Do we need a smaller house? Or do we need to change something within the house? Or do we need to lower our fixtures and our finishes? So that's kind of gives you an idea in the initial estimate phase of how you're going to work through that process, because this is super important. What you don't want is to go through the process of hiring an architect Getting that initial set of plans to kind of give you an idea of the picture, like I said, of the floor plan and the outside of the house, and then say, yes, please move forward without an accurate, somewhat accurate number. Then you get to the very end of the contractor getting all of the numbers, the real numbers for you, and in the end, you don't have a number that you can now work with. That number is $100,000 to $500,000 more than you can handle in your budget. I don't want you to get there. You don't want you to get there. Make sure that you work with your contractor and ask the questions you need to. And now with a little bit more understanding, you're going to understand that initial estimate. Please subscribe below and like us if you want to, and come back for more ideas and thoughts about how to build your home and keep that process exciting. Thanks.